Welcome to Emergency English, the podcast where I help you handle life's unexpected problems while improving your English. I'm your host, Mr. Burahla, and today we are talking about a common household emergency, a plumbing disaster. Imagine this. You are in your kitchen and suddenly water starts leaking everywhere. What do you do? Who do you call? And most importantly, how do you explain the problem and the situation in English? Let's find out in today's episode, the sudden plumbing disaster. Listen carefully to the conversation, and after each scene, we'll break down the useful vocabulary and phrases to help you communicate in real life situations. Ready? Let's go.
Oh no, Sarah, come quick. There's water coming from under the sink.
Oh, what? Oh, let me see. Oh, it's flooding everywhere. Oh, quick, turn off the water.
Where's the shutoff valve?
It should be under the sink. No, wait. For the whole apartment, it might be near the water heater.
I don't know where that is. We need to call the landlord right away.
Let's pause here for a moment and look at some important vocabulary from this emergency situation. First, we heard water coming from under the sink. This is a clear way to describe the location of a problem. In emergencies, being specific about location is crucial. Next, Sarah mentioned a shut-off valve. A valve is a device that controls flow of liquid. The shut-off valve is specifically used to stop water flow. Shut off is a phrasal verb meaning to stop something from flowing or working. Notice how they used urgent imperative language. Come quick and turn off the water. In emergencies, we often use these direct commands without saying please. It's not considered rude in urgent situations. Sarah also used the expression, it might be near the water heater. The phrase might be expresses possibility when you are not 100% certain. This is very useful in problem-solving conversations. Now, let's continue with our story as Alex and Sarah try to get help.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. This is Alex from apartment 3B. We have an emergency. There's water leaking from under our kitchen sink and it's flooding the floor.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Have you turned off the water supply?
We tried to find the shutoff valve, but we're not sure where it is.
There should be a small knob under the sink. Turn it clockwise until it stops. That will shut off the water to the sink.
Did you hear that? Look for a knob under the sink and turn it clockwise.
Found it. I'm turning it now. The water is stopping.
Ray, we've turned it off, but there's still water all over the floor.
I'll call the emergency plumber, but meanwhile, you should try to mop up as much water as possible to prevent damage.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
That was a perfect example of an emergency call. Let's analyze the language used here. Alex started the call with a clear identification. This is Alex from apartment 3B. When making emergency calls, always identify yourself and your location immediately. Notice how Alex described the problem concisely. There is water leaking from under our kitchen sink and it's flooding the floor. This gives two crucial pieces of information: what is happening and how severe it is. The landlord gave clear instructions using the word should. For example, there should be a small knob. This is a very common way to give advice or talk about expectations. He also used imperative forms for instructions. Turn it clockwise until it stops. In English, giving instructions often uses these direct command forms. Did you notice the directional term clockwise? This means to turn something in the direction that clock hands move. Its opposite is counterclockwise. These terms are essential for following technical instructions. Finally, the landlord used conjunction meanwhile to suggest what to do during waiting time. Similar phrases include in the meantime or while waiting. Now, let's see how our plumbing emergency gets resolved.
Well, looks like the pipe connection came loose. It happens in older buildings. I've tightened it and replaced the washer. You should be good to go now.
Thank you so much. Is there anything we should watch out for in the future?
Just keep an eye out for any slow leaks or water stains, and it's always good to know where your main water shutoff is located.
Where would that typically be in an apartment building?
Usually in the utility closet near your water heater, or sometimes in a common area in the basement. Ask your landlord to show you next time they are around.
We will, and we'll also get some towels ready for next time.
Smart thinking, and maybe invest in a basic tool kit with an adjustable wrench. Many minor plumbing issues can be fixed temporarily until a professional arrives.
That's great advice. Thanks again for coming so quickly.
This final scene is full of useful vocabulary and expressions for resolving problems. Let's examine them. The plumber used the phrase came loose to describe the problem. This phrasal verb indicates that something was once securely attached and is no longer tight. Other similar phrases include fell off, broke down, or wore out. Sarah asked, is there anything we should watch out for? This is a great phrase for requesting preventative advice. Watch out for means to be careful about or pay attention to potential problems. The plumber suggested to keep an eye out for slow leaks. This idiom means to watch carefully for something that might happen. It's slightly different from watch out for because it emphasizes ongoing vigilance rather than avoiding danger. Notice how Alex asked about typical locations using where would that typically be? Using typically or usually is a good way to ask about standard practices or norms. The plumber recommended they invest in a basic toolkit. This phrase means to buy something that will be valuable in the future, not just spending money, but making a wise purchase. Finally, the professional used the term fix temporarily, indicating a solution that works for a short time, but it is not permanent. This distinction between temporary and permanent solutions is important in problem-solving discussions. Today, we've learned how to handle a plumbing emergency in English, from describing the problem to making an emergency call and understanding technical advice. Here are your key takeaways. Number one, be specific when describing problems, location, severity, and what's happening. Number two, use direct language in emergencies. It's not considered rude to use direct language. Number three, learn technical terms related to your home, valve, clockwise, pipe connection, etc. Number four, ask for preventative advice using phrases like watch out for and keep an eye out. Remember, emergencies happen to everyone, but now you have the English vocabulary to handle them with confidence. Until next time, this is Mr. Burahla with English Emergency. Peace.